Hello, everyone. Welcome to day one here at the Prince Celebration. We are at well, it's here. It's in. I'm actually in outside of Chanhassen. Was basically about 15 minutes outside of Chanhassen in a town called Bloomington. It's right down from Mall of America. If you've ever been here, it's in Bloomington. But oh my God, my hair is an absolute mess. It doesn't matter. It's okay. I'll be perfectly fine. You guys are gonna just have to deal with it. Just wanted to give you a little bit of a update, and wanted to touch in because hey, what's going on, Cassandra, Veronica? Hello, everyone. Um, well, I promised you that I would come in each day and kind of tell you a little bit about what we kind of experienced. The day is not over yet. There is still a portion tonight, which starts at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. until midnight at the W in downtown Minneapolis. Um, for those who are just tuning in, just for context, it's the Prince celebration that is happening at Paisley Park. Started today. Today was day one, and it's going to go all the way until Sunday for the VIP folks and whatnot. So, just been having a lot of fun, just hanging out with people. And today was primarily for the VIPs. So for everybody else, it doesn't start until tonight on GA. No, it is not snowing, Brian. Um, and so I kind of wanted to give a little bit of an update on what's going on and just kind of the things that we experienced today. And just going to give you a little bit of, here's what I can tell you. I did get some merch and whatnot. A lot of people have been asking about Jeff and whether or not he's here, but he actually went to the Prince Day Houston event, which is Craig Alexander's event that happened, and it was great. Um, everybody that made it there said it was absolutely fantastic. Shelby J killed it, and it was just an amazing show. So congrats to Prince Day Houston, Craig Alexander, and that group, because I know that it's a lot of work for sure. Uh, People were buying up merchandise like crazy. Speaking of which, I did end up getting some merch. I did end up getting some merch. I got. You guys probably want to know what merch I got, but I'll tell you about that afterwards. But I've got some pretty cool merch. But for the VIPs today, essentially all the VIPs, both Diamond and Pearl, were at Paisley Park today, and it kind of started in the main room, main area, and they just broke us off into Diamond and Pearls, and it was a lot of fun because half of us went to go see some concert footage, and the other half went to go hear the unreleased music. And then, of course, in the middle of the day, we had lunch, and then we switched. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about each one of them because I kind of want to be quick and concise, because I guess I have about an hour before I have to be ready to walk out of here tonight, which I will be doing some Facebook Live stuff from the show tonight. Which is just going to be a party. That's basically all it is. It is just a bunch of people dancing and partying, very similar to what it was last year. So I'll do some video of that. So it's not going to be a whole bunch of recap to that. There was people, music and dancing, and people getting all crazy. But I wanted to tell you about stuff that's a little bit more connected today. So, and I realize this is not my normal scheduled program. So it is 7:44, I guess, Eastern Standard Time. At 6:44 here. There's an hour difference. Anyways, all that being said, we first went to go see the film, which was a 45-minute video of the parade tour in Japan, which was great because we got to see, that was, while Purple Rain was what obviously made Prince iconic. The thing about Parade is that he was in very rare form at that show and that concert. It was just, he was very, very energetic, and he was just full of life, and he was in a really, really good space. So that all being said, it was a really, really good show. We saw 45 minutes of that, the last 10 minutes of which I guess were him just on piano, but it was pretty cool. And so they got to see it, which is unfortunate that they didn't have a movie screen up. It was done on some type of plastic. So it was in the NPG music room, and the screen that they used was a it literally was like a piece of plastic. Is what it was. It was some type of, I don't know. It's not. It was white, but it had a shine to it. So some people in the room were not able to see the video because if any bit of light was hitting the plastic, it caused a glare across the screen. Luckily, I was sitting and I didn't experience that, but I heard lots of people saying that was, very uh, unfortunate. I don't know why they decided to put it like that, but that's what it is. Then, of course, we did lunch. I put a picture on Facebook, so you got to see everybody there. If you want to see how many people were there, they did all underneath the tent. But for lunch, they had blackened salmon, collard greens, salad, shrimp cocktail, red beans and rice, and cake, which is kind of like a 3-layer chocolate cake or whatever, topped with white chocolate. Which, if anybody knows me, guys, I don't believe in white chocolate because chocolate has to be made with cocoa, and cocoa is brown, and white chocolate is not chocolate. And you can call it whatever you want to call it, but white chocolate is not chocolate. Just we'll let you guys want to use the name, that's fine, but you're not chocolate. You're not chocolate, white chocolate. Anyways, when we went to another room where we actually got to hear some unreleased material, and that room was hosted by Charles Spicer, and he had a lot to say on multiple occasions. He had quite a bit to say regarding, I guess, the feedback that they've been getting online about the lack of release of music and how that he feels the pressure and he understands, but he kind of talked about some of the processes that they have to go through in order to release music. And what was interesting about it is that they literally played, and I'm not kidding you, how many songs was it? I was under the impression that we were going to go in there and they might play us like 2 or 3 tracks. That was kind of what I thought we were going to be getting. And they played us 11 unreleased tracks, not just snippets, 11 full songs, which was like, wow. Here's a message I can get to you, and I'm gonna talk about what those songs were. And surprisingly enough, with the exception of one, which was the very, very last one, they did "Soft and Wet," an acoustic version of "Soft and Wet" that Prince had. It was just Prince and Prince playing guitar, not singing, just Prince playing guitar. They actually brought a few members of the audience up to sing "Soft and Wet," and Prince was playing acoustic guitar. And there's an acoustic version of it. I guess they're playing on release. Here's what I can tell you. The other songs, the other 10, I'm going to tell you about them and kind of their vibe so you can kind of get excited about them. Because one of the things that Charles Spicer said is that even though they're catching a lot of grief, he said 2023 is going to be a big year. That was verbatim. He said 2023 is going to be a big year. So you take that for what it's worth, but he's basically said, if you're going to be, if you're wanting new music, you're going to want to be, you're going to be excited in 2023. We're going to get new music. So yes, we heard 11 tracks today, and I'm going to tell you what they were, and it's going to be pretty. Actually, there was one that was in there, another one that I knew, but it was a different version of it. So the first track that he actually played was a song that was just Prince playing piano. It's kind of a little bit more of an upbeat song with piano and Prince kind of humming like he was kind of putting the song structure together. And it was just him just kind of riffing and the song, according to Charles, was called "The Rain of You." And I'm not sure if rain was RAIN or REIGN, but it's called "The Rain of You," and it was not a fleshed together song whatsoever. But they played 6 minutes of it. That was really the only one that was technically a clip. There were, it was an 18-minute piece that they had of this song, which they kind of let it play in the background while he did his intro and everything else, and it still wasn't over. So it was a little bit repetitive, but it was an 18-minute clip. They played about 6 of it between the walk-in, playing it while everybody was walking in, and also while everybody was being seated, and also while Charles was kind of doing the basic intro. So "The Rain of You" was a pretty cool song, but not really kind of put together. Um, the second song was a song that I said I also knew, was obviously the iconic song Seven, because we're going to be talking a lot about the numerology and the significance of the number seven to Prince during the celebration, and they felt like it was apropos to play Seven, but it's not that version of Seven. The version that they played is a version that's called Seven in E flat, which is the lyrics are the same, but it is more not techno, but it's definitely it's more upbeat. It's not that kind of choiristic. That's not even a word. It's not the Seven that we all know and love. It was more of an upbeat, funkier version of the song Seven, which was really, really cool. Yes, I see a lot of people saying nice to meet you today. It was nice meeting everybody today. And of course, we got many more days to spend together. So please make sure we continue to hang out. I love meeting all you fine folks. It was good to actually have people coming up and saying, "Hey, I know you." And it's like, do you really though? um, and again, that was when, after he got done playing those two songs, The Rain of You and Seven in E flat, that's when he had made the announcement that 2023 is going to be a big year for new releases. He was talking about the process and everything that everybody has to go through, but there's that. The next song that they played was a song called um, Everything Could Be So Fine. And I never really heard the song. It's very, very similar to like this really kind of pop rock, um, very similar to that song, Everybody Want What They Don't Got. Everybody want what they don't. It was kind of similar to that in that kind of pop rock type of fashion, but the song was called Everything Could Be So Fine. Um, and so that was another one that they played. Now, the other significance of these is all these songs that they played was that there was not, they didn't indicate whether or not any of those were going to be, um, they didn't indicate whether or not anybody are going to be actually released. So there's that. The next song that they played was a song called "The Rock That Keeps Rolling," which was, if you can kind of try to visualize this audio wise, um, I would say think of the song "Let It Go," but a little bit, maybe a tad slower and like a thicker bass line. So it's kind of got that kind of rolling type of funk type of feel to it, but it's not like, it's just one of those kind of vibe songs. That song was called The Rock That Keeps Rolling. That was the other one they played. Then they actually played a slow ballad next, and it had a few people in tears because it was had some really, really good lyrics. But the song was called All the King's Horses. Well, that's what you would probably see it if you looked up anywhere online, like Prince Vault or anything like that. But apparently, according to Charles, on the tape box itself, it's called All the King's Men. So, I guess when the song releases, who knows if it will be released as All the King's Horses or All the King's Men? But it is a lyrical spin-off of the Humpty Dumpty nursery rhyme. But it's All the King's Horses and All the King's Men. They can put the two of us back together again. Um, so it was a slow ballad, but it was kind of like, I'm not even sure how to explain the song, but I wish all of you could have heard it, because it was pretty fantastic. Um, the next one was a shorter song. It was written in 1987 called "I Believe I Love You." It's kind of got this British pop feel, very, very Beatlesque type of song. Again, that song was called "I Believe I Love You." There was a song that he wrote in 1985 with his father, John L. Nelson, on piano, called "Don't Play with Love." Now, I will say that John L. Nelson's solo album that was released by Sharon Nelson and the family years ago, when I had Sharon on the show, um, that was the name of the CD, "Don't Play with Love," and there's a song called "Don't Play with Love" on it. But I listened to that album years ago. I think I may have played it once since then, so I don't remember the similarities between what we heard today and that song that's on that that is on that CD. Here's what I do know: the song that they played today actually has Prince's vocals over it. So it's John L. Nelson, Prince's dad, on piano and Prince singing. Prince is just singing in falsetto, very, very light kind of. It was very kind of light cocktail jazz feel. It had drum machine in the background, no drum, no actual drums, just a doop, 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 doop. It's like very kind of very drummy drum machine type of song. But again, it's called "Don't Play with Love." If you can get John L. Nelson's CD, you might get a taste of what it sounds like, but I don't think that the version on the CD, I don't remember any vocals on that CD. So you'll at least hear the instrumental version of it. Whether or not the Prince version gets released, who knows? Then they played a song called Della Blackheart, which was done, I believe, in 2006. And it was just a hard rock song. I know they were like, all right, get ready, head bashers. And it really wasn't a head bashing song. It was a rockier version, very kind of Third Eye Girl era type of song. Although this was, 2006. So it was well before the Third Eye Girl session. But it had a very, it wasn't detuned or anything, but it had a very King's X type of feel. If you guys are familiar with King's X, the band, and that music, it just had that deep kind of hard rock, that funk rock type of feel to it. No lyrics, just a riff that was kind of going back and forth. And again, you could definitely tell it was unfinished because it just wasn't very tight. It wasn't a very, very tight song. They had the basic melody of it down, but you could tell the parts weren't all the way worked out yet. But that was called Della Blackheart, and a lot of people have that one out. And only a couple more here. My favorite song that they played was the next song called "You're Such a Tease." It was written in 2006. Definitely my favorite song in the mix. It was very, very jazzy, very, very similar to Ballad of Dorothy Parker. Just kind of with those flowing, inventive chord changes that they just kind of, where it's just kind of going along, and then it shifts over here it's just, everything is very, it just had a lot of cool jazz inflections. Again, that song was called "You're Such a Tease." I would definitely, out of all the songs that we heard today, that one I'm the most looking forward to hearing again. It just was very, very strong. But again, it's called "You're Such a Tease." And then there's two more songs that they played. I'm going to talk about the last one. The last one was "Soft and Wet" that we just talked about, where it was an acoustic version of just Prince playing acoustic guitar for "Soft and Wet." I guess it was recorded a long time ago, and no vocals, just the guitar. But the song right before the last one was a song called "All Is Shared Together Now." Now, the way that he verbalized it, it's all a shared together now. It's all a shared together now, and I guess that's how they titled it out. I had to look a lot of these things up on Prince Vault, but I didn't have time to kind of look and kind of cross-reference a lot of things they were referring to, just because of the fact that I wanted to be able to speak to you guys before I have to go and get ready. And, it is what it is. But here's what I can tell you about "All Is Shared Together Now." That clip that they played from the celebration, when they were doing the promos and had and then they added vocals. We talked about it on previous Funkatopia lives. I don't know why I said it like that. The intonations were just weird. On previous Funkatopia lives, we talked about that clip. How, I don't know where the song comes from. The lyrics are something somewhere else. They played that entire song. So when he talked about the fact that they tried to sneak it out there, but obviously we caught it. It's the entire song, and it's actually really, really cool. And then, of course, again, as I said, the close was "Soft and Wet." So there you have it. They played us 11 tracks. 11 tracks. I was really surprised. I thought for sure it would just be 3, but it ended up being but it ended up being 11. It was a lot. It was "The Rain of You." Again, I'll go over them. "The Rain of You," "Everything Could Be So Fine," "The Rock That Keeps Rolling," "All the King's Horses," even though on the tape box it's called "All the King's Men," a song called "I Believe I Love You," "Don't Play with Love," what he did with his father, John Nelson, "Della Blackheart," "You're Such a Tease," all is shared together now, and then the acoustic version of Soft and Wet. So that was the 11 songs that they played. And then at the end of the day, they simply gave us back our phones, and that was it. They allowed us to do some shopping in the store. Of course they did. Why wouldn't they? So here's what's interesting. You want to know what I got? I'll show you what I got. Most of you guys watching were there, so you don't know. So you probably already know what they had available. First off, a cassette for The War. This is the one that they created for NPG Records. That is just The War. That was copyrighted in 1988. It literally is just that cassette tape of The War. I believe it's The War on both sides, but this was the one they did for the NPG Music Club. And they had a surplus of these cassette tapes, and they brought them out. So I bought one. Now, get this. And I don't know why sometimes I see things and I'm just like, I don't know why you did this, but you did it. One Night Alone box set. Sealed. Regular set list, bonus CD, everything. A box set. Box set. Complete with the book. The book that's in here, the CDs, this really, really nice box set, brand new box set, sealed. $25. Why was this One Night Alone box set $25? This is probably one of the coolest, one of the greatest concerts that he did in the final couple decades of his life. The One Night Alone tour was fire. And you got 2 discs, plus you got the bonus disc, the It Ain't Over, and the book in here, and it's $25. It was $25. Of course I got 2 of them. What do you think, I'm stupid? Of course I got 2 of them. And you know what else they had on sale? Not on sale, but they had it, and I bought it. Brand new. I still have not opened it. I don't know if I'm regretting it or not. I'm probably going to end up selling it. But I'll show it to you anyways. The Hawaii box set. That's correct. They actually had box sets of the Prince in Hawaii show. That's the one that has the T-shirt. It has a T-shirt in it. It has an XL T-shirt in it. It has the flower petals. It has it has the CD, the CDs, the book. Everything is in here. The flower petals, the whole thing. Everything is in there. Box set. And this is, you guys have seen this entire box set, brand new, go for lots of money online. Lots of money. And somehow they actually had some in there. They had large and extra large, and so I picked. Yeah, it's actually there. So they're very very difficult to find. So I will tell you that I had a great time, and it's I got some merch. You'll probably see some of that stuff going up, but yeah, it's I'm sorry, this person keeps calling me. I have to text him saying, hold on a second, I'm on live. Call you in a sec. All right. Yeah, so there's a couple of pieces that I picked up. I'm not going to probably buy anything else. Most of the stuff I'm probably going to turn around and try to resell for app development to make our Funked Up app go better. As I mentioned before, a couple of things. Jeff Page was in Houston with Craig Alexander's event, and it was, again, I heard it was phenomenal. We will talk about it on Tuesday night. So Tuesday night, we're going to do a recap of the entire show, but I wanted to do these daily recaps as I'm here. I probably won't be able to do one on Sunday, but I wanted to do these daily recaps while we're here, while things are fresh on my mind. But we will talk on Tuesday. We'll talk about his event. Unless he wants to go live, he can definitely go live and talk about what he did without me, just like I'm doing these without him. We're on different schedules right now because he's just been going all over the place, and he had to work and everything else. So it's been great. But I wanted to make sure that those folks that did not make it, you guys actually have um, at least some insight as to what you can experience if you actually come here. But so far, the VIP experience has been really, really great. That the capability to be able to hear 11 unreleased songs, just like the equivalent of hearing a brand new album from Prince, was pretty astonishing. It was pretty awesome. And luckily, with Charles, looking forward to that. And I just hope that they can make do, and that all the things continue working together, and that we do actually get that music. As I mentioned tonight, there's going to be the launch party where everybody, general admission folks and VIP folks, are going to actually do the official launch party that's happening tonight. Today, during the day, was only for VIP. And but I wanted to kind of give you some insight as what we experienced today. And it is great. So I'm glad that you guys are still able to tune in. I guess I got to go and get ready, because I got to be ready in less than an hour. And you see how my hair is, and everything's just a mess. I'm just, it is what it is. Now, these are what the lanyards look like, in case you're wondering what the lanyards look like. These are the lanyards with Tora Borealis's artwork, which you also saw the brand new intro that we have for Funkatopia. That's also the work of Tora Borealis. I commissioned him to do that. But yeah, it's been pretty awesome. And hope you guys are going to have a great time. I will do my best to tune in tomorrow also, but I'll do everything I can to kind of keep you updated as best as I possibly can. And let's get to it, shall we? We'll see you guys soon. Hope you guys have a great night. And if there's anything you need me to find out, I'll let you know. Of course, if I find out anything juicy, I'll let you know that too. I'll talk to you guys again shortly. I wish I had the outro music here, but I don't. But I'm not going to do a Michael Gabriel any favors for that. All right, we'll talk to you guys later. See you tomorrow. Bye. Yes, end the broadcast. You click end broadcast, and then it asks you, do you want to end the broadcast? That's what I said, isn't it? All right, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Good night. Oh, I will see you again later, like Facebook Living from there. So just stay tuned. Bye.